We were out in the home run seats trying to snag a ball for his birthday week, and as she reached for my arm, she just yelled in my ear, "That's my ball!" like super loud. I jumped out of my skin.
No, you are! No, you took it from me! You took it from me! Never seen my hand!
To the viral caught on camera confrontation at a Phillies game that has everybody talking, a woman berating a father after he gave his son a ball that landed in the stands.
A Karen has been spotted taking a ball from a child at a Phillies game.
The internet is truly undefeated. They have been trying to find this woman. And I know she's probably waking up like, oh my gosh, what did I do? But that was your actions. And I know once they find her, she's probably gonna try to play victim and say, I didn't mean to, I'm so sorry. Ma'am, it is too late for all that.
The world has gone mad hunting down this Karen who caused a scene at a baseball game last week. Forget the witch hunt. The punishment is already built in.
So the basic rule is foul ball, home run, adults involved, it's a scrum, right? And it's just a fight to the finish until someone secures the ball and holds it up. Then it's their ball. But the other rules are if there's a kid involved in the scrum and you're aware of it as an adult, you back off because you want the kid to get it. And if you catch a ball and it's not like, Aaron Judge's 500th career home run or something, sell for $500,000, you take the photo with it, you're happy, then you toss it to the nearest kid.
What happens when a father's dream moment for his son collides with the internet's hunger for a villain?
No, you are! No, you took it from me! You took it from me! Never seen my hand! Never seen my hand! Fight! Back there! No, you are! No, you took it from me! You took it from me! Never seen my hand! Never seen my hand!
One foul ball at a Phillies game was supposed to be pure magic. The crack of the bat, a dad handing the prize to his little boy, the kind of memory that lasts a lifetime. But in seconds, it twisted into a viral scandal.
We were out in the home run seats trying to snag a ball for his birthday week, and as she reached for my arm, she just yelled in my ear, "That's my ball!" like super loud. I jumped out of my skin.
The tense standoff over a home run ball in Miami on Friday night was fully revealed through several new viral clips. Recorded by stunned onlookers in the bleachers of Lone Depot Park, the close-up footage showed a woman confronting a man who had outmaneuvered her for the home run that Philadelphia Phillies center fielder Harrison Bader launched into the left field stands.
A stranger stormed in, a child's glove went empty, and the crowd's cheers turned into deafening boos. By sunrise, the clip had left the stadium and the internet had a new villain. Phillies Karen. And the fallout? Bigger, nastier, and stranger than anyone expected.
Dad gets the ball for his kid. Nice family moment. What? Until she decided to ruin it. She said, I saw it first. The ball wasn't even in the row.
One man emerging victorious, gifting the ball to his son who was celebrating a birthday. But watch as a woman storms over to them.
It all started like the kind of baseball moment fans dream about. Phillies outfielder Harrison Bader launched a home run deep into the left field stands.
Oh!
The crowd rose, eyes locked on the ball, arcing against the Miami sky. In that chaos, one dad, Drew Feltwell, reached out and snagged it clean. No elbows thrown, no pushing, just a clean catch. And instead of keeping it for himself, he turned with a smile and slid the ball into his 10-year-old son, Lincoln's glove. For a few seconds, it was perfect. A father giving his son a memory to last a lifetime, the kind of story kids tell for years. But perfect moments in baseball never last long.
And the dude's like, yeah, he walks back to where he's sitting, holding the ball out in front of him, and immediately plops it right into his son's glove. Ah, great moment. Dad gets a ball for his son, gives him a hug, and whoa, here comes that woman. You might remember her from 4 seconds ago. She's made her return, and the dad gets jump scared like she's Freddy Fazbear. I mean, she is pretty scary looking, and that haircut instantly tells you she already wants to speak to any manager ever. Yeah, that ball over there, how dare you take that from me?
But just when it seemed like a storybook moment, the mood flipped in an instant. A woman in Phillies gear stormed down the row, her finger jabbing toward the seats as she locked eyes on Drew. Her voice cut through the stadium noise. That's my ball.
An update on the internet's newest villain, the woman that they call Phillies Karen. Home run into the stands at the Phillies Marlins game on Friday sent fans scrambling. Hot potato. Like everybody's at a barbecue and then suddenly, is that a cat? Whose cat is that? I don't know, just get it. So a dad scooped up the ball, took it back to his son, and then a woman races over and confronts the dad and demands the ball from the child.
The crowd froze. Little Lincoln clutched his glove tighter, confused but determined not to let go.
This was during the Phillies game against the Marlins.
So Harrison batter hit a home run. You can see the bounced and landed in a random chair in the stands. Now look at this argument right here. Now she just grabbed it and went and walked out like, yeah, I did that.
Drew tried to explain no one had been sitting there, but reason wasn't on the menu. The standoff grew heavier with every second. Would a father hold the line for his son or hand over the memory to avoid a scene? And then, with a pained look, Drew pulled the ball from Lincoln's glove and placed it in the woman's hand. She turned away triumphant, as if she'd just won a prize. The boos were instant, loud, and merciless. In the eyes of thousands, a new villain had just been crowned. The boos inside the stadium were just the beginning, because once the cameras caught it, the clip exploded online. Within minutes, TikTok edits were racking up views, Twitter feeds were flooded with hot takes, and Instagram meme pages crowned her with a new name, Phillies Karen. The label stuck instantly. Users layered dramatic soundtracks over the footage, from the Imperial March to slow-motion replays that turned her walk up the aisle into a villain's parade. Comparisons rolled in too. She was the latest addition to the internet's Hall of Infamy, placed side by side with Bagel Boss Guy, Central Park Karen, and every viral villain before her. And through it all, she stayed silent. No apology, no explanation, no attempt to reclaim the story. In the world of viral scandals, that silence was gasoline on a fire already raging. But memes were just the start. The internet didn't stop at jokes. It went full detective mode. Reddit threads popped up overnight, dissecting every blurry freeze frame and zoomed-in screenshot like it was a crime scene. Users compared earrings, hairstyles, even posture, trying to unmask the so-called Phillies Karen. Rumors spread fast. Some swore she was a teacher in New Jersey. Others claimed she'd been seen wearing Mets gear, hiding in plain sight. And then came the collateral damage. At least 2 completely innocent women were suddenly pulled into the frenzy, forced to post online denials after strangers flooded their pages with accusations. One of them even joked, "I'd love to be that thin and move that fast, but it's not me." The crowd laughed, but the truth was clear. When the mob gets rolling, it doesn't matter who you really are. Anyone who fits the image can become the villain. While the internet was busy hunting for villains, one man's face kept replaying in the original clip: Drew Feltwell. In those tense seconds, you could see the weight on his shoulders. One option, hold onto the ball and risk a public shouting match in front of his son. The other, hand it over and swallow the humiliation. He chose peace. Later, Drew admitted he didn't want to ruin the night by sparking a fight that could traumatize his kid. But the internet wasn't so forgiving. Commenters accused him of being too soft, blasting him for caving under pressure. Others defended him, saying it takes strength to walk away and teach your child the value of de-escalation. And then came Lincoln's quiet words in an interview. "I wasn't very happy we had to give it to her, but we can't win. She was going to get it anyway." That single sentence cut deeper than any meme. A boy's disappointment turned into the emotional center of the entire scandal. Just when it seemed like the boos and memes would define the story forever, the Phillies organization stepped in and turned a ballpark scandal into a PR spectacle. A few innings after the confrontation, Marlins staff showed up at Lincoln's section with a bag full of team merchandise. The crowd erupted, cheering as the boy clutched the gifts like a consolation prize. But the real moment came after the game. Lincoln was invited into the locker room to meet Harrison Bader, the man who'd hit the home run. Cameras caught Bader smiling as he handed over a signed bat, a gesture that instantly reframed the night. Suddenly, what began as a painful memory looked more like a redemption arc. And then, it went bigger. Marcus Lemonis, the CEO of Camping World, offered to send the Feltwell family to the World Series and threw in a brand new RV for good measure. Lincoln's empty glove had turned into a full-blown Cinderella story. But not everyone was convinced. Some fans saw it as genuine baseball heart, while others rolled their eyes at the obvious PR spin. Was this redemption or damage control? While Lincoln's story turned into a fairy tale glow-up, the woman at the center of it all stayed in the shadows. No interviews, no apology posts, not even a quick my side of the story note. Just silence. And in the age of viral scandals, silence doesn't kill the fire. It feeds it. Companies even started circling the drama. Blowout Cards, a trading card giant, offered her $5,000 if she returned the ball with 2 words written across it: "I'm sorry." It was equal parts stunt and shaming ritual, dangling both cash and humiliation in front of her, but still, nothing. No response. The longer she hid, the bigger the legend grew. Was she embarrassed and laying low? Or was she secretly leaning into the mystery, knowing every day without an answer only made people talk louder? Either way, the contrast was brutal. The boy walked away with free merch, a signed bat, a World Series trip, and an RV. She walked away branded as a villain with a price tag on her apology. By midweek, it was clear this saga was no longer just about one foul ball. It had become a mirror for the way the internet hunts, judges, and crowns villains in real time. Cultural critics compared it to Steve Bartman's infamous 2003 moment with the Cubs, a split-second decision in the stands that rewrote an entire life story. Sports radio framed it as a lesson in baseball's unwritten rules. Adults can fight over a ball all they want, but the second a kid's glove is in play, the game changes. Late-night host joked that if Philly fans once booed Santa Claus, of course they'd boo a woman who snatched a ball from a child. And op-eds asked the bigger question: are we watching baseball or watching the internet weaponize outrage for entertainment? The truth is, both. Because in 2025, the line between sports and spectacle is gone. One swing of the bat can create a highlight or a national morality tale. And that's where the story leaves us. A boy who lost his ball but gained a signed bat, a World Series trip, and a viral spotlight. A dad caught between protecting his son and avoiding a meltdown, now debated by millions. And a woman who thought she walked away with a souvenir, only to be branded a villain in front of the world. The internet has written her story, but the final chapter is still unwritten. Does she come forward, apologize, and reclaim a shred of dignity? Or does she stay hidden, letting the memes and hashtags define her forever? In 2025, that choice might be bigger than the ball itself, because this saga proves one thing: the next viral scandal isn't happening in Hollywood or politics. It's one foul ball away in the cheap seats.